Feminists, where the hell have you been? Tell me one name of the 8,000 Palestinian women who Israel killed in the last 4 months in Gaza. 1 million women and girls are enduring unimaginable pain of having their limbs amputated, having C-sections without any kind of anesthesia or after delivery care, of being widows, of having their kids killed in front of their eyes. If you know about all of that and you don't move, how could you be a feminist? International media outlets and so-called feminists have been outraged over unverified claims of Israelis being raped. However, this week, they have been totally silent for an objective UN report of Palestinian women being raped, being undressed, being sexually harassed, being put in cages, stripped naked, and forced to be photographed in undesirable situations. If you're a feminist and you know about all of that and you haven't moved or went to demonstrations and you haven't called for women's rights, then you're not a feminist. The world now knows what Palestinians have known all along, that Israeli forces have been abducting, raping, beating, imprisoning, and even executing Palestinian women and young girls and children in cold blood. Hillary Clinton, I'm waiting for your condemnation. Femicide is defined as the systematic killing of women and girls. 70% of the 30,000 Palestinians Israel has massacred since October the 7th have been women and children. A massive femicide. We've all seen the video of the elderly lady, Hala Rashid Abdel Aati, who was shot dead while her grandson was waving a white flag as they attempt to flee from Gaza City. What do you think? Are you a feminist when you're silent about it? I haven't had the chance to see many Israelis in my daily life. My only experience is that they are in the flight or in the tank or in the warship, and they are bombarding and pressing buttons to kill us. The experience of facing bombardment is something very weird and surreal. And this is the first thing. The second thing we need is tell them about the situation. I'm sure it's getting louder and louder. In 2021, it was my first time to witness the carpet bombardments. And we're looking at the window, we're able to see like airplanes, bombardment, first residential building, second residential building, and just like one by one and going closer to us, and big smokes coming toward us, and the tower is shaking, and we're holding each other's hands and screaming. My father, my mother, and every single one of us was screaming and just holding hands, not knowing what to do. This insanity has taken over 30 minutes, and all residential buildings like around us, but not our building, were totally demolished, and all people inside it were killed. When I was looking at the women soldiers who were taking a selfie, and the women soldiers were like putting cute faces with duck face and doing like that in their mouth, and I was like, they look so cute, but they're so cruel. They can commit a genocide and then smile and be happy about it. When I saw the video of a woman who was at the beach of Gaza after they like bombarded all the residential areas and leveled the ground around Gaza beach, and she was saying that next time I'll come to the beach with a bikini to enjoy the, I don't know, what they made as a heaven, as if Gaza was a desert. It was the most beautiful place that they totally demolished and damaged. Israeli occupation is the most patriarchal system imaginable. It uses systematic oppression, violence, and domination. It's now widely known that Israel is using starvation as a weapon of war. Israel is quite literally starving millions of Palestinians, including women, girls, children, and men, to death. Since the first day of the Nakba, Israeli soldiers used sexual abuse and rape as a weapon of war.
There's a famous case, very well substantiated by documentation, of a Palestinian girl of the age of 12 that was abducted by Israeli soldiers and kept for 3 days as a sex slave, and was gang raped before she was murdered.
So when we're looking at how feminism was abused by the Israelis. They are committing the worst crimes of sexual abuse and violence and harassment of women and girls at checkpoints, at prisons, in interrogation and all of that. And at the same time, they show themselves as the liberal democratic haven of women in the Middle East. As a Palestinian women's activist from Gaza, I call on feminists around the world to break their silence. Let's stop the genocide on Gaza.